it was bad. At the time, you don't think it. You just think, oh, this is the way you're living. And I used to think, I got to a point when I used to go to bed at night and just think, I just don't want to wake up. It was like that bad. And, I had so much fear and so much anxiety that I would go to sleep having had a big drink, where I'd maybe go to bed at about 1 o'clock in the morning and go into sort of a semi-comatose state instead of going to sleep. And I would wake up after about 4 hours with that dread and fear and that anxiety and think, oh, I can't do this, I can't. And I had to sort of lie there for the next 2 or 3 hours. And then I had to go and work in the training ground with all the players and the staff, et cetera, and put on that face and that facade.
That's so hard. So for what looks like you at the peak of your life to the outside world, you were at your worst.
Yeah.
And you had to wear a mask, and there was so much riding on you performing and being there. The challenges and the stress of that must have been incredible.
Yeah, but you don't realise that at the time. You think this is what life's about. You think that you think, okay, this is my life and this is how it's going to be. And you know what, the last thing you're going to do is talk about it, because you can't, because you look like you're going to be incredibly ungrateful. But I couldn't reach out to sort of ask, to say to people, I'm really struggling here. Who can I talk to?
Yeah.
I didn't want to burden the staff. I certainly wouldn't be talking to the players. My wife wasn't there at that time. She'd just gone. I'd gone. I'd walked away. So it was just me and my thoughts, and that was it really. So, yeah, I mean, that's why I talk about connection now. I mean, I would no more sit with my thoughts now. If I'm having a bad day, I just pick the phone up. I literally pick the phone up without even thinking about it. Yeah. I'm actually humble enough to pick the phone up now, whereas I wasn't before. And I probably, in brutal terms, have the humility to pick the phone up and say I'm struggling.
Struggling.
Yeah.